guys, welcome to the PC Tips Pro, and in today's tutorial we are going to start our journey with JavaScript. So before getting into the video, if you guys haven't yet subscribed to the PC Tips Pro, please do subscribe. And now let's get into the video. So let's say initially that you are completely new for web, and if you go on a web and you look for some tools or tutorials or some code examples for building a website or an application, let's say, so there is a chance that you might come across something that is built using JavaScript frameworks like React, Vue, Angular, or something like that. So we are in an era of web development where JavaScript is becoming the primary language for everything, both in the browser and on the server, and even your own computer. So the thing is that like the new technology stack is built around the JavaScript and JavaScript frameworks. So once you get a good grip over the JavaScript, you can just apply those practical skills. So let's see what all things you can do like by applying these practical skills. You can learn the modern JavaScript and the frameworks of it, and you can understand JSX and TypeScript, and you'll be able to recognize and work with the frameworks like React. So we'll be taking you through this course to give you tools you need to navigate this rapidly evolving landscape. And we are going to start with the relatively complex things and pick them apart to understand what's happening. So how things work and how things work with modern JavaScript and all, like these all things we'll be seeing. So taking something complex and breaking it down and then building your own versions of it is the best approach, I would say. So when you're learning a new thing, this would be very helpful for you. So habituate yourself to this kind of learning process rather than just going from the basics. So you might be wondering what is JSX. So this JSX is a syntax extension of JavaScript created for React JavaScript frameworks. So there can be some question is that if I am going to learn React, should I learn JSX next or no? You should definitely learn JS first. Like the JavaScript is very basic for anything because JSX is just an extension of JavaScript. So you still need basics to learn anything of this. So if you understand the basics, you'll pick up JSX and JavaScript. So JavaScript frameworks and all as well. So we are having different kinds of like we are having different extensions for JavaScript. So once you get good with the basics of JavaScript, you can just go learn all the flavors of JavaScript. And now comes the React. So this React component has a ton of different parts, so we'll discuss in depth. So the objects, methods, functions, template, literals, arrays, like many things. So now let's jump into the next thing, that is navigating the JavaScript landscape. So we have different kinds of JavaScript like vanilla JavaScript, ECMAScript, or ES6, ES 2015, ES 2017, and ES 2020, TypeScript, CoffeeScript. So let me just take you through a brief of all of this so that you will get an idea about why we need to go study the basic JavaScript first rather than jumping into the frameworks part and all. So everyone is saying that you should learn this first. No, this should be first. Or no, the other thing will be the first one. But you need to firstly go for the JavaScript. So the JavaScript landscape the JavaScript landscape is evolving rapidly because JavaScript has become such an essential part of web platform, and all of these different things that you can see, these all names encapsulate a discrete aspect of the language. So these are all different we could say that these are having different parts of this basic JavaScript. So these are all extending the basic JavaScript. So you like these all needs to be something like how it's implemented and how it's worked with, or a tool or a framework built, or which is used with JavaScript. So these are all things that we can define in such way. So even though we have this variety of things, JavaScript sits on the top. So it is the core language, and also sometimes we would call it as vanilla JavaScript. So everything else, whatever we have, that is built on top of JavaScript. So now let's firstly discover this ECMAScript. So initially we'll just go discuss about this ECMAScript. So this is the browser implementation specification of JavaScript language. It is something that it shows how you can implement the JavaScript language. So once you see this ECMA, so it is it's we can just tell it to be European Computer Manufacturer Association, so which is in charge of defining specification of JavaScript. So it is not a language itself, so it is something like an official description how language should be interpreted by the browsers. So then comes this other part, that is we are having different versions of it. Like, what does it basically do is it ensures if you write the JavaScript, it behaves in the same way as it is expected to do on your browser or not. That's it. So we'll be writing it in the ES6, ES 2015, ES 2017, ES 2020. So this all refers to use of features defined in the ECMAScript but not necessarily supported by the modern browsers. So these are all not supported by the modern browsers. So these are all defined. This use the features that are defined by the ECMAScript. So we could tell it as JavaScript for the future. So when people write some version of ECMAScript, so they typically use a tool called Babel. So Babel, Babel, to convert their code back into the JavaScript the current browser can read. So it is like by using this babel.js, we'll make it to work in a current browser implementation, so that like it works like you write a Java code and you want it to be working in every browser. So by using this ECMAScript, which uses the Babel, you can just convert the things back into the JavaScript and you can make it run in the current browser that you're working in. So this is the abstracted version of JavaScript. So these are all. So we have the additional features and all. So the thing is that this TypeScript, when we just jump into the next topic, that is TypeScript, which is within the JavaScript only, like it will be consisting of the JavaScript and also the additional features for the JavaScript. So it is one of such kind of language, we would say, that is the TypeScript. It is very popular, TypeScript, and CoffeeScript is also such an example, which is an abstracted version of JavaScript with additional features. So once we discuss about this TypeScript, it is heavily used in the modern JavaScript frameworks. So it basically have .ts extension, and this is about this TypeScript and CoffeeScript. So then we have this React, Vue, and Angular, so which we have just now seen, that is this React, Vue, and Angular. So these are the JavaScript frameworks allowing to write JavaScript based front end applications. So these are all are adding abstractions on top of JavaScript to do things in a more streamlined and efficient way. So if we just take an example of React, what does a React do is React uses JSX and JSXML, which simplifies how to mix JavaScript with the HTML. So in that way we have different kinds of ways how we can make the things to do in an efficient way. So then let's meet up in the next coming tutorial to discuss few more points about the intro to the JavaScript. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you found this video useful to you, and please do like, share, and subscribe to the PC Tips Pro.